Hi, and welcome to the new UNC Pembroke ServiceNow self-service portal page. I'm going to walk you through the portal page and what you would do within this portal page. There's really three components to the portal page. There's the service catalog, there's the knowledge base, which houses knowledge articles, and then there is the get help, which is the ability to create an incident to get help with something that isn't working properly. There's also multiple ways to get to the same thing. If I click request something, that takes me to the catalog. So this is the service catalog, and you can see that because of this breadcrumb here. I can search the catalog by perusing through the categories, or I can use the search engine. Now, when I'm within the service catalog using the search engine, it's only searching catalog items. Let me go back out to the home page. Anywhere you are within the platform, you can always go home by clicking the icon up here in the upper left-hand corner. You can also click home from within the breadcrumb. So that's the service catalog, which is the same thing as this up here. So within the banner, if I click catalog, it takes me to the same place. Now the knowledge base, I can get into the knowledge base, which is going to have many knowledge articles in it from here or from here up in the banner. And I'm going to do that in a second when I switch over to a different environment that has knowledge articles in it. And the third component of why you would come to the ServiceNow portal is to create an incident in order to get help with something that isn't working right. Let me take a moment to talk about the difference between an incident versus a request. An incident, so if I open up Get Help, it opens directly to the incident form. This form is for when something isn't working right. So it's something that you currently have access to or that you currently have, and it's either broken or it's not performing to the level that it's supposed to be performing. Then you would go ahead and fill out your incident form. So let's say I had an issue where my laptop battery was not holding a charge. And you can see when I'm typing in what's wrong, it automatically starts searching, and it's searching for knowledge articles and or catalog items that match what I'm typing into the description here. And the reason for that is if there's a knowledge article out there that's on the same topic of your issue, it's possible that that knowledge article will help you resolve your own issue and you don't actually have to create the incident. Or maybe you ultimately need to order something from the catalog. So in this case, nothing matches what I'm looking for. I've got an issue with my internal battery on my laptop. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this record to create the incident. Again, the difference is an incident is something that isn't working right or isn't performing as expected. And when I do that, I end up with kind of a summary page. It will give me the incident number. And there's a couple things you can do here. If I need to communicate with the fulfiller, maybe I need to add additional information that I forgot to put before I submitted the record. I can actually come back and add additional information that will go and be part of this incident record and go to the fulfiller who will help me with my issue. And I could just post that. Now, if the fulfiller happened to have a question for me, they would pose their question within this incident record. I would receive an email notification of their question, and I can either respond to that email notification, and if I do that, it will come back directly to the record, or I can come to this portal page, find my incident, and I can post my answer here. So if they had asked me a question, it would be listed right here because it's activity. Each one of these are pieces of activity in chronological order. So if their question was here coming from the fulfiller, it would have their name. Then I would answer their question. And then I would post and I would answer their question so they could continue working on my incident. If I go back home, again, now the catalog is when you need something new or you need something that you don't currently have. Now you'll notice the create incident does show up in the catalog. It takes you to the exact same place as if I clicked get help. The incident record or the incident form is also underneath the inquiry incident category. So other than an incident, if I need something, which is a true request, then I can peruse through the categories or I can use the search engine. So let's say, for example, I needed to create a shared mailbox, which happens to be under the accounts and access category. So this is a mailbox that doesn't currently exist. So it's not that something isn't working right. I need a new shared mailbox. Or maybe it's a shared mailbox that does exist, but I need to remove access to certain users. So if I'm creating it for the first time, it's going to pre-populate with my user record information. And if there's anything that's not filled in, you will need to fill it in because all of these fields are mandatory. You can see that because of the little asterisk. Now I need to continue filling in the ones that did not populate. So I'm looking for a new mailbox and I'm going to give it a name, my mailbox name, and then I need to add the people or let them know the people who I want to be part of this shared mailbox. So I'm going to select a couple people. And since it's the first time I'm creating it, I'm of course adding access. But if it was later on, I would have the option to remove access from individual users or remove access for everybody. So let me add one more. And then if that's what I need to do and I don't need to add anybody else, I can go ahead and submit the record. And that way my request is going to follow an automated workflow. That workflow may or may not require an approval. And then or it's going to go to the person who's going to actually set up my mailbox. Now I can also see, this is kind of a confirmation page. It shows you the request number. I can see here, these are the different stages it's going to go through. So this particular catalog item or catalog request does not require an approval. It's just going to go straight to be fulfilled, which means the person who is going to set up the mailbox will set it up for me. And then they will mark the task as complete and my request will be complete. If I go back home, any user can follow up or see and look at any of their requests. So if they want to look at all their open incidents, those will be shown here. These are going to be open incidents or their open requests. So these are catalog item requests. Or up here in the banner, you can click into my requests and that will take you to all incidents and requests. And you can see here, if it starts with an REQ, that's a request. If it starts with INC, that's an incident. So you can see, and this is going to show you the status, you know, is it in progress? If it's new, that means it hasn't even gotten started. I can also look at any request from the past that has been closed by changing the view to closed. Now there currently aren't any, but down the road, if you wanted to look at a request from 6 months ago, you could just change your view to closed. So there's two different ways to access your requests. You either go to My Requests, which takes you here, that will show you a list of both incidents and requests, or you can look at them separately under My Open Incidents or My Open Requests. Now this search engine right here is what I call the global search engine. If you type anything in here, it is searching catalog requests, knowledge articles, and the incident form. So that's one way to search, or you can go directly to the catalog or go directly to the knowledge base and search within each one of those respectively. Now I want to spend some time talking about the knowledge base. So I had to switch over to the production environment because there are now knowledge articles that are starting to be published and posted for everyone. So if I go into the knowledge base, you can see here it has categories. So the structure looks just like the catalog, the service catalog. And there will be more and more categories as knowledge articles continue to be built. So you can see here there's 4 knowledge articles within the computing category, and there's 1 article within the learning management system. So I can browse through them by category, or I can use the search engine just exactly the same way as if I was in the service catalog. So the knowledge articles are here to help you resolve some of your own issues or to help give you the assistance that you might otherwise contact the help desk for. So let's say I was beginning to create an incident because I needed help with an error message that I was getting. So I would attempt to open up an incident. And let's say I'm getting an error message. I'm getting an error message for authentication within WebEx. But as I'm typing into the description, the system is searching catalog items and knowledge articles. And you would just peruse through them to see if any apply. So these first 2 don't apply. And I can tell these are catalog items because 1, they have the cart icon, and 2, they have the order button. This third one is a knowledge article because it has the knowledge article icon and there is no order button. But it looks like this knowledge article is addressing my issue. So if I wanted to see if that was the case, I would open the article, and then I can read through the article. And if this does answer my issue, then I don't need to go ahead and create the incident. So let's say this does, I do what it tells me to do, and therefore I've resolved my own issue and I no longer need to actually submit the incident record. So I could just go back home and the incident record is not created and I have helped myself with my own issue. Or maybe I have an issue with trying to work remotely. So I'm going to go in here and create an incident because I don't know how to make my laptop work remotely when I'm away from campus. And as I'm typing in, you can see, so it looks like here it's help with desk remote for a Windows versus a Mac. Well, if I have a Mac, I'm going to check out this article. And sure enough, this article tells me exactly what I need to do to work remotely. So I would just follow these instructions. And again, I don't need to submit the incident because I just helped myself. So to summarize, there's 3 things that you would utilize the service catalog for. You would go to the catalog or the service portal. You'd go to this catalog to request something. And again, this is going to continue to grow. These catalog items will continue to grow. Or I can go to the knowledge base and search for articles that might provide assistance for something. Maybe I need to connect to a network printer and I don't know how to do it. Well, I could search to see if there was an article on how to connect to a network printer. And if so, I would just open the article, follow the instructions, and figure out my own issue. Or when something isn't working right or isn't performing as expected, I could go ahead and create an incident from here. So this is your ServiceNow self-service portal page.